Alright, step one in how to put your bike back together. We have the handlebars here. One STI has already been put on the side. We have the stem here. The STI has also been routed the cable housings through the bar, as well as the cables. These little guys over here. So this guy is all taken care of, and the reason why we're starting with that is simply to give you an idea that we want to make sure that both STIs are actually balanced and set up identical, mirror image of each other, so that you don't feel too awkward when you're riding the bike. Second STI we have this wonderful guy right here. It's already set up, as you see, both the shifting cable and the brake cable, the band that's going to clamp around the handlebar. As you can see, I've removed the hood, which allows us to get into all that stuff, as well as the clamping bolt that's going to cinch it onto the bar. With the hood in the way, that would be much more difficult. So, obviously removed it, make our lives a little bit easier. So how to put one of these guys on. Basically, have the clamp on, have it nice and loose, and we are going to feed it up onto the bar, roughly to where it needs to go, or in the vicinity. Then we have our two cables. I'll line this out here a little bit. That are going to be fed in. Cable number 1, brake cable. It's fed in through the housing. And cable number 2, our derailleur cable. And we'll also push that through the housing. Work the shifter up the bar. We're going to push those more and more into the housing. The housing is already roughly set up exactly, or roughly where everything needs to be. So, like I said, we already have one shifter in place, so we're just trying to align the other one. Now, importance here. So the housing is lined up, fits into this slot here on the STI for the shifter, and this slot here for the brake lever. So that's all roughly in place. We have everything roughly set up. And as you can see also, we're doing this on the countertop, roughly level, because we want to make sure the ends of the bar, down here, and the tips of the shifter, I'll move this back here a little bit. So, bottoms of the bar, tips of the shifter, all 4 points are touching the countertop at any one time. That makes sure that vertically we have everything leveled right. Then, Z-plane, we need to make sure that the line of the bar, the drop here, goes straight through the body of the shifter. We want to make sure that that's a straight line, because that's the same way I've set this one up over here. And once we have that and everything is lined up, we simply need to take our Allen key, and as we tighten this, we're going to have to make some adjustments, make sure we constantly check ourselves that everything is lined up. Just as it clamps, it's obviously going to come closer to the bar than it's been sitting, and that can throw off our 4-point alignment. Plus, again, I want to make sure it's level this way. It's passing straight through. The view of that you can see is a straight line visualized right there. Since we have that set up, we have our cable housings, everything pushed in. We're going to cinch up and make sure our housings are tight by grabbing the housing with one hand, cable with the other, pull them apart. That'll push the housing up into its place in the STI. Keep the cable nice and tight. And we're just going to keep that process up until everything's done. From here, since we've gotten it tightened, we'll be pulling out the torque wrench, checking the specifications and tightening this down to an exact torque. That's important only because this is a carbon fiber bar, and obviously we don't want to damage the carbon. And next up, well, now it's all set up, we're going to show how to wrap handlebar tape.